Hello, everybody. Welcome back to version 2 of multiplying and dividing rational expressions. I got 4 problems for you today from this version. I don't think I'm going to teach anything new really here today, but if you want the 4 freebies, here they go. All right, we'll start out with number 5. It's a multiplication problem. And remember, we said that you've got to, before you multiply, factor anything that can be factored, top or bottom of either fraction, and then see if you can cancel some factors. So I'm looking at that first fraction, and I see that I can factor out a 4n squared. So, all right, 4n squared times n minus 6. And that's over 3. And then I look at the second fraction. I see, well, that top is n plus 8. It stays the way it is. Looks like I have a guess and check trinomial then on the bottom. So n squared is n times n. Factors of negative 48, so I'm going to have plus 8 and minus 6. Okay, then take a look around and see if you can see anything that would cancel. And it looks like you're going to cancel the n minus 6's. Remember, they don't have to be in the same fraction in order to cancel as long as one is on top and one factor's on bottom. And then you got the n plus 8's will also cancel. So that leaves you with, from the first fraction, just 4n squared divided by 3. And that's it. That's simplified. Okay, I got another multiplication problem for you. That would be number 8. This time we're going to take 1 over 6a and multiply it by 6a squared minus 12a over 2a. And again, cancel, I should say factor anything that you can factor before you start canceling. So you got 1 over 6a times, looks like that top is going to factor there. Factor out a 6a out of the top, and that'll leave you with just a minus 2. Again, maybe double check that. Okay, so it looks like we got everything factored. Now it's time to do some canceling. So it looks like the 6a's are going to cancel. And then all we have left then is that a minus 2 over 2a. So that one's pretty easy. Okay, so there's multiplying rational expressions. We also have to be able to divide them. So let's go back up to number 1. There's a division problem there. So I have 2 fractions which I want to divide two rational expressions. So the first one is 1 over n squared plus 3n minus 40 divided by n minus 6 over 3n squared minus 18n. All right, I'm going to recopy that first fraction at the same time factoring that denominator. So that's going to be 1 over. So the factors of n squared are n times n. Then I want plus 8 and minus 5. Guess and check. Remember to change that division sign to multiplication and then flip over the second fraction. So the n minus 6 is now going to be on the bottom. And then we're going to move that 3n squared minus 18n on top. And at the same time, I think you can handle this. Go ahead and try to factor that while you're at it. So we're going to factor out a 3n, leaving us on the top with n minus 6. Okay, everything is factored. Let's see if anything cancels. It looks like you got n minus 6's are going to cancel there. And it looks like that's it. So now go ahead and multiply. So you got 3n on top. When you multiply the two tops together, and then multiply the two bottoms together, that's just going to be n plus 8 times n minus 5. And again, we said earlier that both factors have to be in parentheses, and you can leave them unmultiplied. Okay, so there's a division problem. We have one more division problem. That's number 11 on the second page. So that one is going to be 8v squared over v minus 4. That is divided by 4v cubed minus 12v squared That's divided by 4v cubed minus 16v squared. Nobody should be tempted to cancel 4v cubes or the v squareds in the 12 and the 16 like that. Remember, you can only cancel factors. Factors are things that are multiplied. Those are subtracted. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to recopy that first term. Remember, this is a division problem, so we're going to recopy that first term the way it is. Nothing factors there, so just recopy. Change division to multiplication. Let's write that bottom of that second fraction on top and factor it at the same time. So it looks like we can factor out a 4v squared. That'll leave you with v minus 4. That comes from the bottom of the fraction, remember? Now let's take the top of that fraction, factor it, and then write it on bottom. So it looks like the top you can factor out a 4v squared again. But this time you're going to have just v minus 3 left. All right, everything got factored. And look for some canceling. Looks like you got the 4v squareds are going to cancel top and bottom. Looks like you're going to have a v minus 4 cancel top and bottom. You're left with an 8v squared on top of the first fraction, so that's all we have there on top, and a v minus 3 on bottom. Do not cancel the v's there. You can only cancel factors, which are things that are multiplied. Okay, so that does it. So there's 4 freebies out of 16. You got a couple days. So remember that each assignment counts as 2 different assignments, really. So good luck, and let me know if you have any issues. Bye.